Yo guys, what's going on? It's Jackson here from Rune TCG, and today I would like to go over every single minion that requires a white rune to attack. So the white rune strategy is a cool strategy because it doesn't none of the minions really like work well with each other. Like they do obviously, but like they're not as good. Like they don't work as much as like all the reds runes or black runes. So, but what they do have is they have a lot of card draw in their strategy. And this can work really well because they have a lot of like powerful cards that just have great abilities. So this and with all the card draw, it just makes it so they're a pretty great strategy to use. So I'm gonna start out with Minced. So Minced has 30 HP and 10 attack, and its ability says when one of your minions are supposed to be discarded, you may attach them to this minion instead. When this minion has 3 minions attached to it, draw 2 cards. So this is a pretty good card because it is another card draw, and there are a lot of zero cost minions like itself that you can attach to it, and you're not really suffering much if those zero cost minions die. Like you lose a point, sure, but otherwise it's not all that big of a deal when they die. So next is Samurai. So Samurai is a 1 cost minion. It has 75 HP and 75 attack. It's this minion, its ability says this minion may attack on the first turn of the game, and if it is the first turn of the game, this minion may attack without a white rune. So this is a really great card because not many minions can actually attack on the first turn because that's one of the rules in the game. So this makes it a really unique card, and you don't even have to attach a white rune to it for it to attack. So it's just a really good overall card, and you can also when it dies because it's only really useful in the first turn, but it's still a good like minion. But once it dies, you can always just attach it to your Minced, which is a theme you guys will be seeing like later on. There's just a lot of things that you can attach to your Minced. So next is Nanapoob. So Nanapoob has no ability, 30 HP, 30 attack, and it takes 0 white runes for it to attack, which makes it a pretty good just standard card for the white rune strategy, and another card you can attach to Minced when it dies. So it's overall a pretty good card. And then its counterpart, Morph Gin, is practically the same thing. It has 40 attack, 40 HP, and 20 attack. Sorry, and has no ability, but it takes 0 white runes for it to attack, and it's just a pretty good overall card. So next is Slicer. Slicer is another one of those card draw cards. It has 70 HP and 60 attack. And its ability says, when played, you may draw a card. It takes 1 white rune for it to attack, and it's just a good... It, like, supplies itself. Because when you play it, you draw a card. So, it's just a pretty good overall card. Next is the Eye. It has 160 HP and 160 attack. Its ability says, this minion may use any type of runes to attack. So this is a really, really good card because it works in practically any deck. Like, you can just put 1 or 2 eyes in every deck, and it's just a good boss minion that you can put in later in the game, and it works in a lot of decks. So, it costs 4 of any rune for it to attack, and it's just really good. Next is Flaskin. So Flaskin is one of my favorite cards, just because its ability makes it so it can snipe, like, benched minions while attacking their active. So it has 100 HP and 35 attack. It costs 1 white rune for it to attack, and its ability says, this minion may attack your opponent's active and one of their benched minions at the same time. So this is just it doesn't have a lot of attack, but it'll be able to snipe a lot of stuff. Also, my plans for set 2 is... set 2 is going to be a lot more, like, archetype-based. So having like and archetypes like to revolve around like a few cards that like can combo out, and being able to snipe things off the bench is going to be really good. So next is Goosedown. So Goosedown has 100 HP and 35 attack. It's a really good card in my opinion because when played, you may clear all changes on both players' minions and HP and attack. It costs 1 white rune for it to attack, but you don't really do that. But it has just a really good ability because it clears changes. And that includes changes from items, like from the Galactic Sword. Because what that does is the Galactic Sword adds like I think it's 80 attack to a minion. But if you just play Goosedown after they play that, it just goes away. Like the changes go away. So it's just a really good card, and it actually works against a lot of Black Rune strategies too. So pretty good card. Next, Long Pikemen of Justice. So this minion has 40 HP and 100 attack. Its ability says this minion may attack other minions on your opponent's bench. So it's a pretty good card because it's another one of those sniping, but it does way more damage. So it can actually snipe like probably a 2-cost minion. And well, that's really good. And it costs 1 white rune to attack. Next is the bro rare of the set, Knocketh, Baron of the Sky Castle. It has 250 HP and 300 attack. Now, that's ridiculous. It costs 5 white runes for it to attack, and this minion, and its ability says this minion is not affected by item or environment abilities. So yeah, it's a really powerful card. And its abilities there kind of hamper it because it means it can't be like rushed in using like the environment, the monster den, which basically makes it so you can that minions that cost more than 3 now cost 3, which is a really good ability, but it doesn't work on like these bra rares and ultra rare minions. So next is Rubra. So Rubra, I don't know. I kind of like Rubra. It has 80 HP and 10 attack, and when this minion attacks, you may remove an item from any minion in play and discard it. So I just like this card because items. I feel like items could be a really big hamper to to play against, and they're just. I thought they're really good in competitive play. So that wraps it up for the White Rune strategy. Let me know what you think about them and what your favorite card in the White Rune strategy is. And thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.